Hello and welcome to the most egregious bit of clickbait that I've done all year. Still, like all good clickbait, there's a tiny bit of truth in it and someone in a bikini at the end. Stick around for that. So, while none of these are bad cars, like, there's no such thing as a properly bad car now, is there? These are the cars that disappointed me most this year. So, let's get on with upsetting some car company PR people. The Up GTI isn't a bad car at all. In fact, it's a very good car. It's actually my favourite city car, bar none. But it's here on this list because of the GTI badge, which it just doesn't quite live up to. Not quite quick enough, not quite exciting enough to look at, and not quite different enough from a standard and much cheaper Up. So I was like, for a GTI, this thing just doesn't feel quick enough. At the traffic lights, you would lose a race against some diesel vans. The APace is a car that I actually like and recommend at the end of the review. And if you do want a little Jaguar crossover, you'll easily be able to overlook its flaws. But if you actually compare the APace to the other stuff in the segment, Audi Q3, Volvo XC40, stuff like that, it's just nowhere near as good. Which is a shame because it looks great. But for some reason I can't quite remove the image from my head of an F-Type that's gone to some backstreet surgeon in Eastern Europe and asked for the cheapest injections that they do.
The real-life Hulk. My body attracts women very much.
The Leaf, like the Qashqai, is a Nissan cultural phenomenon that you can legitimately use the phrase game changer about without sounding like a complete idiot. Alright, not quite. You should never say that, really, should you? Anyway, the second Leaf was always a difficult follow-up, and sure enough, by failing to do anything groundbreaking, really, it's fallen behind the pack quite a bit. The battery pack, if you like. Take away the electric drivetrain in this though, and you're left with a family hatchback that ranges from depressingly average to not quite good enough, to be honest. Main thing, driving position. It is absolutely shit. This is a classic case of a car being as absolutely underwhelming as you expect it to be. Unfortunately, someone at Jeep thought it would be a good idea to plaster a big word on the tailgate that sums the car up entirely. Not that the Compass is terrible, it's just that the only reason I can think of to buy one is if you like American things. But honestly, you'd be better off sticking a pair of bull horns onto the bonnet of a Ford S-Max. I reckon you could be the one pulling Vanessa Carlton along on a piano in this, and you'd still be a bit miserable. If I could fall into the sky. Okay, maybe not. Like everything on this list, it's not that the Edge is terrible, it's just that, like the Compass, there really aren't any good reasons to buy one over the many similar cars that do many similar things much better. The Edge's main party trick is something I like to call the reverse TARDIS. It manages to fit a cramped interior into an absolutely enormous body. If that's a trick that you want to buy into, it's a free country, innit? The cabin too borders on depressing. Like, all this dark plastic here feels well put together and it's quite soft to touch. But who cares about that when it all looks like the sort of car that you were upsold by a shady gentleman at the Hertz desk when you last went on holiday to Florida back in 2006. There you go. I'm not really supposed to say that cars are bad, it upsets people and car companies. So, just to reiterate, none of them really are. Bloody hell, that was quick. They're everywhere. Thank you so much for watching the videos this year, really. For all your likes and your dislikes and your comments and your criticisms. They're what make the channel interesting and make the videos improve, so thanks. Hope you all have an amazing Christmas and New Year. Here's to overtaking Car Wow in 2019.
I thought you said we were gonna have fun. We are, but Dad's got work to do, hasn't he?